Now I'm sitting here in my car, getting my car washed. But I had a great time in Santa Barbara, man. All the people were awesome. You know what I'm saying? I got to say it. God bless y'all and much love, you know, and respect and everything, you know, from, you know, San Luis Obispo County to Santa Barbara County, you know, it's all chizzy, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm about to start Cuesta College, doing business administration. You know, that's my major. I never had that done before. Got my GED last week, so, you know, things are looking good. But I'm also going to Auguste Escoffier Culinary School, which is supposed to be the best right now. So, you know, we'll see. But, you know, no disrespect to the French, you know what I'm saying? Parlez-vous français and all that good stuff. You know, and I do want to open up a 5-star restaurant. But, you know, I lived in the South for like 25, 30 years. And you know what? I'm sorry, but parlez-vous français? Hey, Escoffier. The South do it better, man. You know, we like TH6. You know, we didn't invent it, but we make it better. You know, I etouffee and I jambalaya. You know what I'm saying? I Creole. What's up? You know what I'm saying? You know, for my boy Darius down in Gulfport, he doing it real. You know what I'm saying? Darius Marat, go visit that man. You know, he got that catering business. He got that fire in the soul food department. You know what I'm saying? That Southern comfort. All right, because you know what? That's what we need out here out west. We need some Southern comfort food. We need some good jambalaya. We need some etouffee. We need some po' boy sandwiches. You know, we need all that stuff. We need some good Southern fried wings. All right. We need some dirty rice. You know, we need red beans and rice, black eyed peas. You know, cabbage, fried cabbage. You know, that boy. Throw some fried okra and some okra and tomatoes. Maybe some liver and some mushroom and onion sauteed. You know what I'm saying? You know, throw a little bit of wine in there. You know, chef it up. You know, chop. You know, bam. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't recognize us. All right, they don't see us. You know, when we pull up with our fried frog leg. You know what I'm saying? People like, what's that? You know, but you know what? We've been doing it for years. You know, our fried alligator turtle. Yes, sir. That snap is your own wild. All right. When I say 5-star, that's what I like. That's what my people's like. All right, and anybody around me, that's my family. I don't have friends. All right, my friends are like money; they come and go. But family is forever. All right, I got family in Santa Barbara County. I got family in San Luis County. I got family in Duval, Clay. You know, Harris County, El Paso County. You know, Birmingham. You know, Tulsa. You know, everybody in the house. You know what I'm saying? Michigan, West Virginia. You know, I got family everywhere. Georgia. You know, where you want to go? You know, Colorado in the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Escoffier. You know, their main building right now. You know, one of the campuses in Boulder. Used to live there. Pueblo, Adobe, Four Corners, Colorado Springs. Yes, sir. Grand Junction. You know, Rifle. Everybody know what's in the house. Longmont. All right? Yeah, I'm calling you out. Come see him out, boy. All right? I know about them Rocky Mountain Boys. They ain't have none. They ain't me. All right? But I know the culture. All right? When people say cream of wheat or chocolate malto milk, or or grits, yeah, people in the South, they love grits, but you know what? The ingredient is here in California. It's where it's grown. All right, but see, people don't know that. They don't understand. They don't know the history. All right. When I say Ray Kroc did a lot of shit. All right. When you look at the computers in these restaurants and stuff, Ray Kroc did that. All right. When you look at the menus and the a la carte menu and everything like that, Escoffier did that, all right? We going through history, all right? We going through time, when we got to do stuff, all right? When we got to show these people how it's really done. So I'm doing old school, I'm doing it the right way, all right? And if you ain't doing it the right way, then you ain't doing it my way, all right? My way is the only way is how it's supposed to be done. If you're a nutritionist, if you're a dietitian, get your fucking nutritionist and dietitian exam. If you're a manager, get your food safety manager's exam, all right? If you're a chef, go get you a sous or an executive chef exam. Get you a saucier, certificate. Get you a saute cook exam and documentation. All right, I'm doing it the right way. I'm gonna power up. I'm gonna get me some degrees. I'm gonna get me some diplomas. I'm gonna get me some certificates like I already have. All right, I'm not gonna be like take the manager's certificate and then break it down into 50 different things like I did something. All right, that's not how it works. All right, if you get a degree, get a degree. All right, it's associate, bachelor, master, doctorate, whatever you need. All right, I've done short order. I've done line cook. All right, You know, I've done a little fine dining, not much. Barbecue, Southern Comfort, fried, whatever you want. All right, boiled, basted. All right, I can do it all. All right, but I got to learn. All right, I got to learn more. All right, I'm like a monster. I want to learn everything. All right, this is my craft. This is my profession. This is my career. All right. So when I say I wanna do for a multitude of people, I don't want to just do fine dining. That's the select few. No offense. All right. No offense to the people who do it. You know, money's good there. You know, for the owners. All right. For the employees, not so much. All right. So you know, we got to work that out. We got to make the difference. You know, for line cooks like me, you know, I always say, and whether I'm a chef, whether you want to call me a dietitian, whatever you want to call me, I'm always a cook of fine dining cookery. All right. So that's how we do it. All right. Don't be disrespected, you know, when somebody calls you a cook. If you a chef, you know, so what? Your main job is to cook. All right. That's why the main chefs, that's why the founding chefs, you know, they call it cooking. All right. They call it cookery. All right. Because we're cooks at heart. All right. Doesn't matter what kind of cooking we're doing. Whether you're doing 15 minutes from the table to the cook to back to the table, don't matter. All right. Shouldn't take, you know, an hour to get stuff out. But, you know, some places, they want to fancy it up. That's no sweat of them. And the customers, they don't mind waiting for that stuff. You know, because, you know, it's good. But I don't do small portions. When people eat my food, I want them to eat everything on the plate. All right, I want to get a full portion. When they get done, I want the Archie Bunker effect. I want them to burp and fart, you know, and unbutton that top button on their thing, and, you know, sit back and like they can't move. They paralyzed because they fed. They full, all right? They satisfied. You know, it should be just, eating food should be like great sex. You know what I'm saying? You should be fully unfunctional and satisfied. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is you ain't getting your back scratched up, and, you know, you ain't getting yelled at, and and beat up and your hair pulled, all right? If you getting that, and you're from food, then, you know, in the wrong business. But, you know, I want the best for the people. I want people to maximize the potential. All right, when I hire somebody and I, you know, train them to do what I want them to do, all right, I don't have to mess with them no more. I don't have to tell them what to do no more. That's how that works. All right, when you train somebody, it only takes 2 weeks. If you have to cut and run. All right, you know, you got 2 weeks to show me what you got. And if you ain't got it in 2 weeks, then you ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, yeah, there's potential there. I mean, you can see little things that can let you know that this person ain't in the culinary industry. All right, and I don't care, you know, if you a fry cook at Wendy's, or, you know, you a saute cook at Alex's. It don't matter. All right, that don't matter. All right, I have all the respect in the world for any kind of cooking. And, you know, yes, when we go in the kitchen, you know, we cook stuff. We repetitively cook the same things over and over. So for the guy that said, you know, making fun of the fry cook, you know, at the fast food joint for repetitively making the same stuff over and over again, you know, yo, bro, hey, clue in. You go to the 5-star restaurant, they're making the same shit over and over and over and over again. Whether you're a private chef, don't matter. All right, we're making the same stuff. All right, perfection. All right, it should be the key. All right, you're not gonna get always 100% perfect. There's no perfect for anybody. If you're great anything, nothing is perfect. So you got to do the best you can with the best you can. All right, with what you got, and make no excuses. All right, if you fuck up, you just fuck up. All right. As far as customer service or hospitality goes, there should be one rule: don't be a fucking dick. All right, you know, be a man. All right, treat people how they should be treated. When they come in the door, you treat them with respect. All right, you show the customer whatever they want, whenever they want, however they want. That's what they want. That's what they get. All right. If you drive sharing, hey, get your motherfucking ass out the car and get that motherfucking luggage and shit. All right. If you got a radio, let them listen to whatever they want. If you got air conditioning on, all right, and you got the radio going, let them have the air conditioner the way they want. If they want the air on 60 degrees, let them have it. They want the radio on 92.7 the beat in Jacksonville. Go get iHeartRadio and let them listen to it. Don't matter. I don't care if you're white, black, brown, gay, straight. Don't matter. Don't be a dick and let people be the people. All right. I don't care about none of that stuff. When I have family, Everybody family. When you get my car, you under my responsibility. You my safety. All right, that's how I was raised. These are my people. This is my family. All right, when you get in, I treat you as such. All right, I don't have this thing in the back of my head. I don't have this thing in the back of my head that says, hey, look, family only blood. No, it don't work that way. All right, I have plenty of people in my life that helped me. All right, and they got me through struggles and stuff. I've been an alcoholic. I've been a druggie. I've been homeless with 4 kids. I've been poor. I've been middle class. I've been everything. So I mean, I've lived in the South. I've lived in the North. I lived in the Midwest. I lived in the Southwest. I lived in the West. I lived in the Pacific Coast. I've lived in Europe. I've been to Canada. I've been to Mexico. I'm a friggin' world traveler. My fucking fish bowl is fucking maximized, and it can only get bigger. All right. So going to all these places and meeting all these new people, it's great. It's fantastic. Maybe I hit up San Francisco. Maybe I hit up LA. My daughters go to school in LA. One of my daughters go to school out in Kern County. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? These are my peoples. And whenever you get in my car, I love you like you my people. All right? You got me, I got you. And when I make a mistake, hey, I do that from time to time. So you can't be too mean on me, because I'm harder on myself than you'll ever be on me. When I'm late, I don't like that. All right? I like to show up an hour early, because at least if I show up an hour early, I got time to prepare. I got time to relax. And if need be, I got time to go in early. But if I'm late, even for a minute, first of all, I can't get paid for that minute. All right? So, that nips that in the bud right there. All right? So I try to be as reliable and dependable as possible. I try to do things the right way and how people want them. All right? And that's all I can be. I've been, for the last year and a half, I've been on God's plan. I've been going to church at 946 Rockaway at the House of God, and I've been on a mission, get educated, get profitable, so that I can turn everybody else around me educated and profitable. All right, so I see these young kids, they're going to college, and it's good. You know what I'm saying? I want them to go to college. I want them to get the education. But you know what? First-hand experience beats everything. All right? You can go to culinary school and you can get out, all right? But you need to get that experience before you go to culinary school. Yeah, it's nice, all right? From what I see, because, you take, these culinary students, they ain't ready for line cooking. They go in there and they get left behind a lot of times, because they're trying to keep up. They're trying to do things the culinary way, and firing down the way, and that's just not how line cooking is. Line cooking, they should order the food, bring the food to the kitchen should cook it, and out to the table. 15 minutes, all right? Fast food, we used to have a timer for fast food. 1 minute, and that food should be gone, all right? They don't have that no more. So, the customer service, that's hurt. We had to coddle and do things, for employees that, that doesn't have the customer in mind, and that's not good. We in a hospitality, we in a serve the customer, environment, in a career that is, dependent on the customer. Because if the customer don't get what they want, and it's just about us, and our needs, then we're not gonna fully maximize our potential, and our earning potential. All right, you want $15 an hour, but the customer is unsatisfied. All right, if the customer is unsatisfied, guess what? They won't pay. All right, they won't pay, and if they don't pay, you don't get $15 an hour. That's when they start breaking down and hitting the skeleton crews. All right. Skeleton crews, a lot of people, if you ain't been in this industry or the industries around, skeleton crew is when they break down to one person per department. When you go into a restaurant and there's only one cook for the entire day and the entire night, all right, or one dishwasher, all right, or they start, breaking down job codes where, there's no longer a prep or a dish. They together, they won. I've done that before. There's, you walk into, certain, I won't say their name, but they're big companies, and you go in there, and when 1 minute you working the deli, but you've got 4 more job codes to work during the day because they running a skeleton crew. They ain't got nobody else. So you running the whole deli. You running produce, frozen, dairy, and stock. You know what I'm saying? And like meat department, and you just you doing it all yourself. You go to some meat departments, they combine this meat and seafood. So it get kind of hairy, especially with the food safety, because you worried about cross contamination. A lot of people don't even worry about cross contamination no more. They're like, I go to places and they don't even know what the hell FIFO is. So you got to train people the way you want to be trained. I was taught with my executive and my KMs standing behind me, screaming shit out. If I did it and I went to do it and I didn't know something or I missed something, they scream at me and let me know what the hell I missed. All right? Don't point no picture and tell me, look at that, read that. A lot of these motherfuckers, they ain't got no glasses, all right? They can't see, for 5 feet, 10 feet away, all right? I know that because I'm one of them people, all right? Put no picture and tell me. Just tell me, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Teach me, all right? That's how it works, all right? I understand because I came from old school, all right? When I come in, the first thing I do is check the line, all right? I rotate, I flip pans, all right? That's how that works, all right? I make sure everything is temped, all right? Everything's got to be out of that danger zone, So these are little things. You can't heat stuff up in a steam table or in the window and get them to temp, all right? Because the bacteria grow rapidly and sucks. You know what I'm saying? You kill somebody, all right? When you freeze lunch meat, all right, and you go to defrost it, you got to defrost it to a certain temperature, all right, and with the intention that you're going to use it right away. Because if you don't, that bacteria is going to rapidly grow and you get somebody sick and they could possibly die. All right, so you got to think about things. You can't just do things on a whim. All right, when the recipe's in front of you, you got to follow that recipe in them directions. All right, until you learn it. All right, it's called muscle memory. The more you do it, the more your memory, the more your brain remembers how to do it because it becomes a natural function. All right, it becomes repetitive. It becomes a natural touch and feel. It's just like when I reach in and I grab tomatoes. All right, I can reach in and grab tomatoes and know when I'm grabbing 1, 2, 3, 4 ounces. All right, or I'm grabbing 6 or 8 ounces. Or when I ladle some soup, I grab the right utensil, and I say it's supposed to be 6 ounces. I only got a 4 ounce ladle. I know to grab it with the 4 ounce ladle, fill it up once, and halfway the next time. All right, maybe I'll give it a little bit more because I'm a cook. That's what we do. Because we're not managers. Managers, they worry about them numbers and stuff. And what they don't get. If I look at the plate and it looks sick to me, all right, I'm gonna try and give more. But even as an owner, I know if I get more on the first couple times, I hook people. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than I hate to say it, the bad stuff. But if you give people deals, the first couple times, it's like hooking them in. All right. Say you come in and you get a dinner at my place. All right. So the first couple times you come in, and then that steak is 14 ounces. All right. It's great. It's fantastic. All right. So a couple times you get them in, and then the next day, after the first few times, that drops down to 10 or 12. You know what I'm saying? That cuts down my cost. You know what I'm saying? But you still coming in, and you still, most people ain't gonna sit there and then come up to the table and drop a scale on the table. Cause that's, just break it down in reality. That's just not how it works. But, you got to think about food costs. You got to think about, what's going in and out of your pocket as a cook. I know if I waste food, all right, or if I, give away too much food, that's coming out of my pocket. That money's got to come somewhere. And the first ones that's going to get hit is the employees. We're looking for raises, all right? And if the food costs or the shrinkage is too high, well, guess what? We don't get no raises. That's food costs. All right, when the food costs go high, or the theft or the loss, gets too high, we lose. All right, and then on top of it, in order to recoup the money, all right, not only will they not give us raises, but they're going to raise the price on the consumer, all right? So if the consumer got to raise prices, there's a less chance they're going to come in and buy something else, all right? So if they're coming in less and we're not getting raises, guess what? We just going to be some pissed off motherfuckers and not getting no money, all right? And that's not how I work. When I run a restaurant, I want to pay people, all right? I want to take care of my employees like Richard Branson. All right, Richard Branson had a good idea. I want to take care of my employees like the grocery stores in Oklahoma that started that. That bringing the employee in and having them be part of the ownership team of the supermarket. All right, that started in Oklahoma. When you look at Sonics, that started in Oklahoma with the Jerry Limeade. All right, people don't know this stuff. They don't know the history. All right. They don't take the time. They don't sit there and they look at McDonald's and think, yeah, they're the largest food chain and the largest real estate company in the world, bro. All right, not just here, in the world. All right, but they'll tell you they're not in the food or the real estate business. They're in the happiness business because they sell freaking Happy Meals. All right, they're supposed to make you happy, but you know what? The food ain't that great, but they still sell because their reputation is as such. You know what I'm saying? They so commercialized and people know them so much. They'll fight to get to them. All right? They'll pay that. The other day, I paid $9 for 2 double cheeseburgers, bro. 2 double cheeseburgers. All right? That's it. All right? It's getting ridiculous, because when they came out, there was $1 each. So, yeah, inflation is painful, but it affects us more. Because the first ones are going to get attached is the consumer. They always get attached because if food cost goes up, employee cost goes up, the customer gets taxed. All right, and if the customer gets taxed, then us as employees, we getting taxed. All right, and if you a tipped employee, you getting taxed even harder. Because think of the chances. You go in and you eat at a certain restaurant and the meal is $50 and you're supposed to tip 15%. Well, guess what? That 15% is optional. It's not included in the meal. All right. So, that's something you got to take up with your employer. All right. So, the customer, they don't care. All right. They're not trying to pay, no $20 tip, because they just got done paying $50 for food. All right. When they didn't have to. All right. They go out for convenience, And yeah, tipped employees make it pissed off about this. But you know what? It's reality. All right, when you have reality, you gotta let that sink in. All right, you can't charge somebody so much and think you're gonna get something in return. All right, nowadays, like when I first started in restaurant, in Jacksonville, Florida, all right, servers, they got $2.13 an hour. Some places still right now it's $2.13 an hour. I don't think it is here in California because I know places like Denny's and Golden Corral. They've been paying more the service for years. Since I know since the 90s. Because like at Denny's, what they would do is they would use job codes. So like say you went in as a server, all right, but you clocked in as a dessert specialist and got 9, all right? So instead of getting paid $2.13. Here now they pay minimum wage. So I mean, their minimum wage is a little weird. If you got above 30 workers, it's 14. But if it's below 30 workers, then it's 13. But some places still pay 12. That's here in California. But the labor laws are unique. All right, that's the great part. All right, great part is this. You can take something that's, say you work 40 hours. You work over 40 hours. Here in California, over 40 hours is overtime. Anything over 8 hours is overtime. Anything over 10 and a half is double time. All right, so say I make $20 an hour. All right, after 8 hours, that becomes $30 an hour. All right, and after I think it's after I think it's $30 an hour, and then after 10 and a half, I believe. Don't get me wrong, it might be 40. But you can't quote me on that because I'm not a mathematician. My new class, I got to start, statistics. So, people, you want to help me on statistics? This old man got to learn. But the thing is, people don't understand this stuff. When they get in my ride share, I don't even include the tip. I don't even think about it. I just think about I think about getting paid by the employee. You know, I like getting tips. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate every dollar that you give me. You know, it goes to a good cause. And, you know, it's gonna one day open up my restaurant. It's gonna provide for me being able to ride people around and do things that I want to do. You know, and do things that, you know, my family, you know, the people that I'm with is gonna do. So, you know, I appreciate every dollar I get. But at the end of the day, it's optional. You know, you don't have to tip me nothing. You know, so if you tip me $1, you know, I'm grateful. You know, I'm appreciative for it. You know, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I've struggled. You know, I know what it's like to be only be able to afford what I have in my pocket. You know, to get into a restaurant and feel bad because I couldn't leave a tip. I understand that. Don't feel bad with me. All right, you know, don't feel bad with me. You know, you really want to do something? Go to church. You know, come to my church, 946 Rockaway. You know, the House of God Church. All right, you know that means more than a dollar sign. You know, help me get my Shopify business, you know, functional, so that I can become one with the community and become a business owner in this community. All right, and start providing for people in this community and start, you know, employing people in this community. You know, I need, you know, web designers, and, you know, I need people to do the signs and stuff on my car, and, you know, to wrap my car, and, you know, to do a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm trying to, you know, get away from, you know, some of the stuff that I'm used to doing and used to being around. You know, I gotta get around the business owners and the, you know, the you know, I hate to say it, the upper crust. You know what I'm saying? The people with money. You know what I'm saying? You know, I love all people. It don't matter. But business wise, I need to be in a different crowd, because if, you know, everybody around me's got $5, I'm gonna have $5. But you know what? I want to prove people wrong, because I want to bring those people with $5. I want to put, you know, $1 million in their bank account. All right, you know, looking at San Luis County and the other counties, we got homeless problem. All right, that can be taken care of. All right, you know, as culinary, all right, we have, you know, culinary and hospitality. We have all the functions we need to get these people off the street. All right, we can employ these people. All right, we can house these people. All right. You know, their hospitality, you know, and customer service has everything, you know, for the homeless in it, built already in it. All right, we providers. My biggest goal in life is to be in a position of power, to be able to employ people. All right, to be able to give them an income so that changes their life forever. All right. When I see San Luis County, you know, nonprofits coming together with the county, doing things, and I don't see, you know, the businesses, all right? I don't see them stepping up. Where are you? All right, where is, you know, I don't, you know, they may, you know, I don't know, but, you know, I don't see it, you know, from as a private citizen, I don't see these businesses, you know, coming in and offering jobs and offering housing, you know, and I see all these houses, you know, being built, but, you know, there's nobody living in them. They're like ghost towns. You know, they're just empty houses, you know, collecting dust. You know, I would rather, you know, be a billionaire and buy all these houses up and give them away. You know, at the end of the day, that, it makes no sense to have nobody in the house. If it's not collecting income, then it's not necessary. But if I can take a homeless person, give them a job, put them in one of these houses, all right, and get an income coming in, all right, even if it's $500, $500 is better than $0. All right, you know, I don't know about you, you know, but, you know, as a low income business person, you know, I know 500 is better than 0. All right, so if I take 100 of these houses, all right, and they were making 0, but I put homeless people in them and give them an income and charge them $500 a month, 500 times 100 is what? Yeah, that pays for a lot of shit. All right, I don't do charities. All right, I just don't do them. All right, yeah, there's some good ones. Don't get me wrong, the St. Jude and, you know, Doctors Without Borders and, you know, other stuff. But, you know, you hear a lot more bad about charities than you do good. You know, because like a lot of them, you know, a lot of the stuff that the money's going towards don't go to it. Like maybe 5%, 3%. The rest goes to people, employees and meals and and benefits and wages, and stuff like that, and their health care. I was like, I understand that, but that's not what charity is about. If you in charity, you're supposed to be a volunteer. That's supposed to be free. All right. When I go to do my charity, I don't want money back. Any money back that I get off on a write-off is going right back out the door. All right. I don't believe in collecting funds off of stuff that I'm giving away. Charity is supposed to be free. I don't collect nothing off of that. All right, I give it away. I believe in Corinthians 2:9-7. All right, the more I give, the more I get in return. I give in abundance, and I do it without hesitation. All right, I don't, I'm not begrudging. All right, if it makes me angry or it makes me hesitate to give somebody something, then don't do it. All right, just don't do it. That's not God's plan. All right, but if you have it or you want to give it away, all right, give it. The more you give, the more you get in return. All right, I know. Right now, it's a struggle for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting. I have to spend money to make money. All right, I understand that. I've been in these businesses long enough to know that I have to spend money to make money. So I'm doing all the things right now to get the people in the car, get the stars up, get my education on, learn new tricks and things, and I'm learning new things from people every day. I'm going to new places. All right, you hit me up, let me know where I need to go next. All right, and I'll show up. Right, as long as it's in California, because I can't Uber and Lyft outside of California right now. Once I get my limo license, hey, it's game on. I'll do my own thing. But I got a number on the side of my car. I got my Shopify on the side of my car. I got my email addresses. I got 2 phones. I'm like Kevin Gates. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 phones, one for the door. Yep. I'm a God-fearing man. I love my small town living. But you know what? I've lived in the big city. I know what it's like. But to everybody to each their own. A lot of people don't like it. I'm a conservative. But I don't look at conservatorship as, as the come all be all. It's not political for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have voted for a Republican. I mean, that goes without saying. But I'm not, above, voting for a Democrat or an independent. I was like, but it's whoever puts the money in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? All right, because in order to do the goals, the things I want to do and get my goals accomplished, which have nothing to do with physical items for myself. Besides, I want to buy a house and pay off my car and live comfortably without having to ask anybody for anything in retirement. I mean that just goes without saying. That should be anybody. But other than that, my goals involve investing in other people and other businesses, getting my websites up so that I can affiliate, market other people. I can take, nonprofits, put them on my website and they can shine. You know what I'm saying? I can take, small businesses from around the area, and put them on my website and they can shine. Do I necessarily have to have money off them? It'd be nice, you know what I'm saying? Make a little cut. But you know what? My money's going right back out. Because, the best way, when you're a billionaire or you're a millionaire, the best thing you can do is give it away. You know what? Because it'll come back to you, cuz I'm telling you, you give $10 away, you're going to get $10 in return. All right? This is how it works. All right? But don't, like I said, don't do it if it's a problem or you hate to do it, or you feel bad, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't feel that way about giving stuff away. When you see somebody in need, you help them out. All right, that's just how it is. That's how I was raised. All right, these are my people. This is my land. It ain't got nothing to do with your immigration status and none of that. I say I may be a conservative, but I don't think about stuff like that because it don't affect me. I ain't never had nobody take my job, so I ain't got to worry about that. All right, I want to help people become citizens so they don't have to worry about none of that stuff. You go to other places, it's not like California. Here, you could be an immigrant, illegal, and you come here, you get a job. You be on the payroll, you got to pay taxes. Your job is even Steven, just like mine. All right? So if I'm going in there and make $9 an hour, you go in there and make $9 an hour, and you get all the benefits package just like I do. Guess what? that becomes a competition. There's no longer uneven balance. You go to other states, it's not like that. I might get paid $9 an hour. The other guy might get paid $5 an hour. He won't get no benefits. He won't get no overtime. He won't get none of that stuff. And that's how that works. All right, that's where the competition becomes imbalanced. All right, and when the competition is unbalanced, then it's not even. So that guy making $5 an hour, of course, he's gonna get the job. Because first of all, they don't have to pay him anything else besides $5 an hour, which is $4 cheaper than my job. So I get cut out because they don't have to pay them as much. That's the problem. Now everybody on the payroll at the same time, we don't have the same argument. All right, when you got cases where people are doing dumb shit, you know what I'm saying, and doing crime, major crime. I don't give a fuck, somebody get drunk in public. I don't care about none of that. If they murdering somebody, like up in San Francisco, that was murder. All right, they got to go. If they're a pedophile, they're a rapist, they got to go. All right, when people come into the United States illegal, say you got 10 people come in. All right, one's a pedophile. Pick one. Who you gonna pick as the pedophile? You don't know. All right, so everybody get blamed. All right, that's the problem. One bad seed destroys it for the whole crowd. Everybody else in the group might be great. They might be fantastic people, but that one person's a pedophile and they got to go. All right, so so when you look at things like that, you gotta look at it from a perspective. You can't just say, hey, this person is that person. No, you can't lump them all together. It's just like when people say black community. Ain't no fucking black community. I don't think the same way as the next person. I'm not 100% black, so I can't call myself black. I call myself mixed. I always have, always will. All right, I got black friends. I got black family. Like I said, I ain't got friends. I got family, but I got black family. And that's cool. They go into a black neighborhood, they treat it as a black person. All right, 100%. Me, I don't get that same treatment. All right, so when I look at Obama and they talk about he's the first black president, I kind of have to smile and laugh because that's not true. He's mulatto. All right, he's mixed. All right, he's of two other races at least. All right, so and he grew up in a billionaire house. You know what I'm saying? So when he makes the joke, oh, I went to Chicago and I slept in my car. No, he didn't. He's a lie. All right, he's a community organizer in Chicago. All right, he was a junior senator before he became president. He had no experience in nothing. All right, nothing. That's like a junior fry cook. At Wendy's. Trying to become a saute cook at La Courvoisier. That don't work. All right, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why all the major bad things happen. Because they were using him as a puppet, all right, just like they're doing Biden now. He's a puppet. He ain't got no experience in that stuff. He don't know what he's doing. He's out making a profit. You know what I'm saying? The gas went high. You know what I'm saying? To try to get these electric cars sold. I understand the game. It's just how it is. It's making a profit, right? If you invested in electric cars and gas cars are on the market, but you trying to get electric cars, so you're gonna do everything possible to cut gasoline cars and improve the chances of your electric car getting sold. That's how that works. If you in green energy, you're gonna try to get green energy invested. That's what you invested in. That's what you make profits off of. That's how that works. But at the end of the day, the fishbowl is big enough for everybody to make money. If you into coal, make your money off of coal. We got clean coal nowadays. We got natural gas. We got nuclear energy. All right, we got too much stuff going on to say, okay, we can only do one thing. It don't work that way. All right, you're doing all this Paris Climate Accord and all this climate change stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But if it wasn't a business, if you just told people, hey, look, let's go out here and let's clean up the neighborhood. Let's stop, pollution. All right, let's do this to make our environment better. All right, to make a clean place for us to live and our kids to grow. I can understand that. I want clean oceans. I want valleys and mountains and lakes and that I can go fish at. I don't want to go to the Welfare Bridge and go out there and go fish it and fucking stick my line in the water and pull up shit and toilet paper rolls from different places dumping in it. You know, I want a beautiful place. I don't want pollution. I don't want litter. All right, but I don't want to pay $1 billion for you to try to sell me something. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that way. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't try to sell me a car or get me to buy this or it's almost like buying a timeshare. You get caught buying it and you stuck. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be that way. We should be good people. All right. When you see trash on the ground, pick it up. All right. Grown. You know what I'm saying? Even if you kid, you teach your kids to do that, man. All right. You go into these neighborhoods, man. We got to invest in these neighborhoods, but they got to be able to they got to do the stuff to be invested in. All right. Where I live, we live in 5 cities. San Luis County. We're doing everything possible to be invested in. All this crime that happened in the 80s, and all the bad stuff that happened around here in the 80s that people weren't around for, all right, we came back, all right? All these kids that was doing stuff like that, they grown now. They got families, they got kids, they got businesses, they got jobs, all right? We in it to get paid, all right, to support, our households, to support our neighborhoods, our communities, all right? This is what we in it for. You see places like Chacho's, that's trying to make a come up. Great food, man. Great food, but nobody knows about them. La Tequila Guerrero, San Luis Tequila. All right, these are great places. Ribline. All these places. The 7-Elevens around here. Used to be Angelo's TV, but they gone. Garland's, McClintock. All right, Finn's, that's my favorite. Hey, everybody got to hit Finn's up. Finn's right there on the end of Grand, out by the beach, right on the beach, bro. Get your motherfucking 18-ounce ribeye. 18-ounce ribeye. I get me some pilaf, lime, rice, some mixed veggies, a side salad, and a drink. Cost me about $47, $48 before tip. You know what I'm saying? I usually tip about 15 to 20%. Nothing big. They're great people, and great ownership, and they do things for the people, and that's what it's all about. You ain't got to do all this fancy stuff and make these little tiny portions, and charge people ridiculous prices to be a 5-star restaurant. You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to when you got to serve good people, good food for good people. All right, that's it. 5-star in my book ain't got nothing to do with what it looked like. I don't see food as an art form. I see it as a craft. I see it as a trade. All right, I see it that I can what I put on the plate, everybody should eat. All right, I don't believe in putting cilantro, or not cilantro, but parsley on the plate like they used to do back in the 80s. All right, and people will mistake it and eat that shit and get pissed off because it tastes nasty. All right, it ain't cilantro. You know what I'm saying? That parsley is good for your teeth, good for your breath. Don't get me wrong, but you know what? It's not edible. All right, when I put a lemon or a lime on the plate, they should be able to squeeze it on their fish, all right, or whatever they're eating it with, all right, and use it. All right, when I put peppers or a sauce on the plate, they should be able to take them peppers and put it and mix them with the food, or take the food and wipe up the sauce. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no squiggly line on there they can't eat. Yeah, it look nice. You can take a picture of it, but you know what? Destroy that thing, man. All right, show me I did a great job by eating it all. All right, I go to your plate and 3/4 of it still sitting there. I ain't do what I was supposed to do. I'm not a cook. All right, that's not how it works. All right, if you a cook and they not eating all your food, then you got problems. All right, you might as well cut your portions in half, and save you some money, because they don't care. You got to get people to care. If they care, they're gonna come to your food. They're gonna come every day. They're gonna spend lots of money. All right, and then you could take that money and you could put it towards whatever you want to put it towards. All right, you want to buy a house, take that money, buy a house. You got credit cards that need to be paid, take that money, put it towards credit cards. All right, that's just how it works. This is how the world works. It's a business. It's a worldwide business, and we all part of it. All right, we all good people, and got to do it. All right. Well, I'm out here at Lopez Lake. Somehow I've been driving for a long time and I just ended up here, but I don't know. um, oh no, I'm sorry, I just turned around. Have a nice day, man. Alright, okay. But yeah, you know, we all as people, you know what I'm saying? We just people. You know, at the end of the day, my favorite subject in the world is social studies. And I never really had a time, you know, that I could put that to use. Cause like now with like rideshare and like getting to know people and, you know, social media and all of it together, social studies is like the #1 thing that everybody should study, because it's the study of socialization of people. You know, how people socialize and interact with each other. You know, how, you know, people do things, you know, so, you know, learning, you know, what the, you know, the GDP and the median income and, you know, the education level and, you know, all that stuff. You know, people don't take that stuff into effect. You know, you go to Santa Maria and the median income and the education level is shorter than if you go to San Luis. All right. You know, and San Luis is higher than if you go to Santa Barbara, whether believe it or not. Because even though Santa Barbara got more rich people, they got a lot of rich people. But so does San Luis. You know, so does San Luis County. San Luis County is the 5th most expensive county in the United States. All right, believe that or not. You know, it's just like Duval County. All right, not Duval County, but I should say Jacksonville, Florida. All right, it's the largest city area-wise in the United States. All right, but just they got a lot of stuff on that. You know what I'm saying? So like you can go from one part of town for like 10 miles, 20 miles, and not see anything, because that's just how it is out there. But you know what? They building, they growing, all right? They getting together. You know, cities that, you know, that were here for years are gonna be gone soon because they ain't functional, all right? They ain't making money, all right? They're not profitable, all right? You know, people don't want to go visit, you know, some of these towns out in the middle of nowhere. You know, I have friends that live in Lompoc, and yeah, it's called Lompoc, not Lompoc, all right? For local yokels like myself. But, you know, they say that, you know, Lompoc should be gone by like 2035, because no tourists want to come in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, stuff has to be cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? You know, stuff has to be done for them to be invested in more. But also they're like, you know, in the middle of nowhere. They're, you know, they got Vandenberg, you know, right next to them, which is the Air Force base, you know, which draws a lot of attention. Then you got Orchid and Santa Maria, you know what I'm saying? So they draw all the attention. Lompoc doesn't get the respect they deserve. You know, them's good peoples out there. They, you know, they deserve everything we got, you know? So if they ever need me to ride share, you know where I am, cuz. You know my number is 661-293-9508. Lompoc, where you at? Alright? You know? We got to stick together. You know, we got communities that need to grow. Alright? We need to invest in those communities. You know, when they doing stuff to be invested in, like Oceano and 5 cities, you know, and other places around here, you know, we need to, you know, let the rest of the state of California know, hey, look over here. You know what I'm saying? Send your tourists over here. If you ain't got, if you got an abundance of people that need jobs, we got jobs for, you know, that are hiring. All right, we got places for rent and for sale. All right, you know, we need, you know, we need, you know, people's asses, you know, at our jobs. You know, we need, you know, businesses need to grow out here. You know, we need, you know, more income for these rideshare drivers and Uber Eats and Uber shopping pay and, you know, Lyft, Lyft ride and share, you know, DoorDash, Grubhub, you know, cafe runners, you know, menus.com. You know, we all out here. All right, we got plenty of work. You know, we'll go all over the country if they let us. You know what I'm saying? If they pay us, we'll go anywhere in the country. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we roll. All right, you know, we got an emergency. You know, as us drivers, we need to step up. You know, I hear there's a Ride and Go, I think it's called, Ride and Share or something like that, through community health services, I think it is, or CHC. All right, well, we can, you know, we can join forces with them when they need us. You know, we go and we you know, we help out, you know, our communities. All right, you know, like the other day, you know, the power is out in Oceano. The power was out in parts of San Luis and, you know, parts of 5 cities and Pismo Beach. I pulled up on Price Street. Everything was pitch black. All right, you know, that's when, you know, us as rideshare, you know, us as a community, we need to step up and pay the, you know, and get in there. And it's not about money then, all right, because we all live here, all right. You know, when the Pomo people need help, we need to step up and help the Pomo. All right, when Santa Maria needs help, we need to help Santa Maria. These workers came from Bakersfield to come help us. All right, we need to return the favor. You know what I'm saying? That's what family is all about. All right, like I said, well, I don't have friends. I have family. All right, I don't associate with a lot of people outside of work. It's just me and my kids. You know, my kids are my 3 girls are in school, so I mean I don't get to spend a lot of time with them. They grown. They doing their journey now. All right, they got you know boyfriends and you know doing the college thing and you know they working and you know paying bills. You know they doing their thing. So it's just me and my son right now until June, and then he graduates and he's going off in the army. So, you know, I got time. You know what I'm saying? I'm an insomniac, so I'm up all night. So I'd rather be up getting paid or doing something than, you know, sitting at my house playing PlayStation and, you know, listening to music on Spotify or watching movies and, you know, listening to books on Audible. You know, I'd rather be helping people. I'd rather be, you know, making money. I'd rather be doing something constructive. All right? You know, I hate wasted energy. I hate doing things over and repetitively. You know, I hate doing them multiple times. You know, that's just me. You know, I'm trying to work as much as I can, as hard as I can. You know, as much you know right now in the moment, so I can get rid of things I don't need to do in the future. All right, when I got my little business, I want to delegate out stuff that I can't get to or I shouldn't be doing. All right. Managers don't, they delegate things. The first rule of management is delegation. You take all the jobs and you delegate it to other people. All right, this is how it is. A manager shouldn't be cooking. All right, when you get a general manager or front of the house manager or back of the house manager or any kind of manager back there cooking, then you ain't doing your job. All right, I'm sorry, that's just me. All right, you see an executive director washing dishes. All right, you ain't doing your fucking job. All right, if you're a cook, get over there and wash them dishes. All right, that's how that works. We back of the house. All right, no general manager or executive director. They shouldn't be doing that. If you're a food director or food service director, an executive chef, you shouldn't be doing stuff like that in the kitchen. All right, if you want to go right there as an executive chef, if you want to go cook, then you can cook. When you feel like it. But that's not your responsibility. Everybody has a responsibility in a job. In a restaurant, in the kitchen, all right? And they should be doing it. And that's up to the manager to delegate that responsibility, all right? It's up to that executive chef or that lead cook, all right, to be like, hey, you're the cooks, cook. You're the dishwasher, dishwash. If you're the busboy, go bust some tables. If you're the host, sit people down, all right? If you answer the phone, you know what I'm saying? If you're expo, make those plates. Get everything functional, all right? Get the condiments on the plate. Get the silverware, all right? Get the napkins, get the drinks, all right? You expo, you got to do it to it. If you're a food runner, take that food to the table. If you're a server, compliment the people. Give them a little short conversation, all right? Make sure they're taken care of. Do they need napkins? Do they need straws? Do they need something to drink? Do they need condiments? Make sure that they are 100% taken care of. If you leave the table, go back 5 or 10 minutes later and make sure everything's okay. All right? This is how hospitality works. I know. I've been doing this for 30 years, bro. All right? We got a responsibility to take care of who we taking care of. And yeah, I'm on a long rant. You know what I'm saying? I should say a lot of things like, about my Shopify business. What's your story? .store. Oh, no. What's your story? .store. At Shopify.com, or my Microsoft account, which is linked to there, or my Venmo, or Vimeo, or my YouTube, which I'm on right now, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitch, all that stuff, I'm on everywhere, Parler, Twitter, I'm on everything. LinkedIn got a business account. Everybody link up, you know what I'm saying? You know, get all the business together so all the nonprofits, and they know where to go. You know, this is a family thing. All right, I'm asking for family support on my business. All right, I want it to grow within the community. So if you got, you know, see things I'm doing wrong, tell me. That's how I learn. All right, if you see a product that you want, tell me. That's how I can go get it, and I can figure out exactly what you want. All right, if I don't know what you want and I just put stuff in there, all right, it's never gonna get sold, and you're never gonna be satisfied as a consumer. All right, you know, when you get in my car, I'm getting a TV hooked up. I'm putting all the apps on it so that you guys can have something to watch, you know, something to listen to. It's not my car no more. You guys are paying for the service. All right, this is your job. All right, this is not your job, this is my job, but this should be your ride. You should be getting the 5-star treatment. You should be getting limo service. All right, that's how it works. All right, it may not be a straight limo. I may not, you know, have a, you know, a Tesla or you know, a Crown Vic, or you know, some kind of, you know, nice, nice decked out car. But you know what? While you in my car, I can give you a little entertainment. I can give you a little conversation. I can get you to and from where you need to go in the safest possible way, in the fastest possible way. All right. That's what it's all about. But you know, as I'm cruising along, you know, I gotta meet my friend. We're at Ultimate Electric. What is it? Ultimate Audio Electric. It's Joel on Atlantic, you know, or not Atlantic. Atlantic's in Jacksonville, but it's Joel on Grand Avenue, right there in AG, like you going towards the village. Ultimate Audio and Electronics. It's right there. Where if you coming from Grover, they on the left hand side. Go visit my boy. I'll take pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is my peoples. You know what I'm saying? You know, everywhere I go, I meet new people. My family grows. All right. So you know, Northridge, take care of my girls. You know, Taft College, take care of my girl. You know, Bernard, you know, take care of my daughter. You know, Edwin, take care of my daughter. You know, Target, take care of my daughters. You know, Quest and Escoffier, take care of me. My family, take care of us. We take care of each other, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and I gotta learn Spanish, you know, because like, it is what it is. That's, you know, that, you know, when you're part of this community and you're part of this workload, this hospitality, you know, everybody speaks Spanish, you know. It's just like soon I'm doing Escoffier, I gotta learn French. You know, I gotta learn all them parlez-vous français, you know, all them new terms, you know, new terminologies. Maybe I'll learn Italian, you know. Maybe I'll learn some Taiwan, you know, or some Cantonese, or, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, sky's the limit. You know, I feel no pressure. You know what I'm saying? I bring the pressure. The people around me bring pressure. All right, people that Joel, who put this stereo and stuff in, putting this TV and stuff in, he's supplying the pressure for me. All right, you know, the people in the Tascadero that getting ready to do my signs on my car, they supplying the pressure for me. All right, you know, when I go down to Santa Barbara and I'm passing out my business card, they gonna be supplying the pressure for me. All right, I ain't got no pressure on me no more. All right, I'm not homeless. I'm not having to worry about where my kids, you know, my kids lay, you know, or feeding my kids. You know, I ain't got to worry about none of that no more. So, you know, good people, you know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. Good people and taking care of them. You know, that's what it's all about. You know, if you got good people in your life and you a God-fearing man and you do things right, the right way, the first time, you know, I hate repetitive things. I hate wasted energy. You know what I'm saying? When I'm cooking or I'm prepping, just depending on what it is, I like to, you know, get into what I'm doing and already be ready for 3 or 4 more projects, you know, to go right afterwards. You know, when I'm cooking, I don't worry about just, you know, one chick at a time. I don't do that. Unless it's like 50 pieces on, you know, and on the order, it's like a 50 top or, you know, bankhead, you know, somebody come in at, you know, 2 o'clock, you know, in the morning, you know, right before close, you know, and we got 100 top roll in the house, you know what I'm saying? There's a, you know, a million things to do on that one ticket. Then yeah, you know, I'm gonna do about 20 tickets at a time. And if they repetitive, I'm gonna do them all at the same time. So, you know, expect, servers, they like to roll in and like cram the crowd, all right, and like you know, mess up everybody, you know, in the kitchen by bringing in 50 checks at the same time. But you know what? It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I return the favor, servers. I love y'all. You know, I love it when y'all get upset, but y'all love it when I get upset too. So it's all good. It's all gravy. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Everything is better with gravy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I lived in the South long enough. You know, my grandma, my poppy, she came from Bixby, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised in the Dust Bowl, the greats of ragtime. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my family came out here, either in Bakersfield or in San Luis County or in Santa Barbara County. You know, we know what it is. You know, the Magnos, the Guerreros, the Harrises, the Clarks. You know, the Blacks. You know what it is. The Jacksons. You know, the Browns. You know what I'm saying? The McCrays. You know, the Cabraleses. You know the Gonzaleses, the Rodriguezes. You know, we in the house. You know what I'm saying? We everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We everywhere. White, black, brown, purple, orange, green. It don't matter. Filipino, Mexican, black, white. You know, we all in here. German, French, parlez-vous français. You know, it's a bunch of malarkey, Holmes. You know, because, like, my family is McIntosh and McKilvery. You know, so we part Scottish and Irish, too. We full-blown members of the Muskegon Creek tribe, all right, which hails from South Georgia and all over the South, all right, moved to Oklahoma during the Trail of Tears. And funny thing is, we were the biggest tribe on the set, all right. You know, Cherokee, even though Sequoia is related by blood to my great ancestor William McIntosh, who was the chief at the time, who was the first chief to be half white, half native. All right, Cherokee got more famous, you know, because they came up with an alphabet, and that was cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate, I appreciate. All right, but the thing is, you know, when it comes to tribes, they already know we the biggest in the club. You know what I'm saying? You know, all of us in the 5 civilized tribes, we all together. You know, when we hear people talking about they Cherokee princesses, you know, we kind of roll and laugh because there ain't no such thing, man. That's something that, you know, that people made up. You know what I'm saying? So don't say that stuff no more. Don't say when you go on the natives, you go on to the reservations and the powwows and stuff. Don't tell people you a Cherokee princess, because they gonna go to the side. They ain't gonna do it in front of you. They ain't gonna laugh at you, but they gonna laugh behind you. I guarantee you that, because there ain't no such thing as a Cherokee princess. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know me, I love my people. You know, I enjoy where I'm at. I want to buy a house here. You know, I had to start over. I thought I had one in Tascadero. You know, I was working on it with the bank. You know, but you know, things didn't work out, and they kind of pulled the plug on me at the last second, because I went from being a dietitian, which was in the culinary industry, to ride sharing and stuff about 2-3 weeks ago. And apparently, since I changed jobs, I changed industries. But it's still customer service to me, but I don't know, somehow it didn't work out. So my experience before then doesn't count no more. My experience doing rideshare, I have to get 2 new years of experience rideshare, and 2 years of experience and taxes and income of both my rideshare and for my small business. So you know, I guess I got to do it to it. You know, either that or make more money, and I just go ahead and go through a brokerage, or pay the money out my pocket to do this stuff, just buy a house, but that takes a lot, so, I got to get a lot more tips, I got to get a lot more ride shares, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, but I love y'all. I'm about to get me something here at the Jack and the Crack up here on Grand and Grove. Well, no, it's an AG, Royal Grand, Royal Grand in California, so, tip your ride shares, tip your servers. Make sure you don't drink and drive. You need a ride, and you too drunk and you ain't got no money to ride, give us a call. I'm sure, I don't know about that, but I can't speak for everybody. For myself, my number is 661-293-9508. And if you too drunk to drive, you don't need to drive. All the bars in the area, hey, just call me. I'll come give them a ride for free. I ain't even going to charge y'all. That's just how it is. That's hospitality at one-on-one, So, like I said, this is the neighborhood. This is the community we all live in. This is the state we all live in. We all got to take care of each other. Whether I'm going to San Francisco this weekend, or I'm going to Northridge next weekend, or I'm going to do Beverly Hills. I'm going to do Beverly Hills probably on the holiday, so you might see me coming. All right, I'll have the car washed and, and waxed and make sure the inside's cleaned out. But my little small car, we coming. But, I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed day. Come to our church, 946 Rockaway, Grover Beach, California, the House of God. Trying to open up social media to it. Maybe I'll make it there. I've been passing out cards for it. I haven't had a chance to actually make it into church, so I would have did a video of it this week. Because I usually have video of the service. So if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see the service on there sometimes. Sometimes on my LinkedIn. I share it to a bunch of them, so I don't know. I might do it on my YouTube channel, so I don't know. I got my Vimeo, which I want to start a podcast. So if anybody got any ideas, what I'm saying, just hit me up. Rich people, they got ideas. Poor people, they work. Rich people come up with ideas for poor people to work their ass off to make poor rich people the money. You see what I'm saying? So if you want to continue to be a poor person, keep working. Keep doing that. But the rich person is always going to come up with the idea for the poor person to put into effect. Because the poor person might make $5 an hour, but off that $5 an hour and no work, what I'm saying, the rich person makes 100 times that because they get all the profit. Right? Yeah, they pay the expenses, but the expenses should be minimal, compared to the profit. Like right now, my expenses are high because I'm doing things to put into effect what I'm gonna make later. It's it's pay now, work hard now, pay nothing later. Pay little later. Rich people don't pay taxes. You can't pay taxes on other people's money. You can't pay taxes on debt. When you paying your rent, don't pay it with a credit with a debit card, because a debit card don't raise your credit. All right, it don't pay no interest. All right, and you can make so much more off of a credit card. So do that later.